Here's the example from the previous video, which they worked out on the whiteboard, I guess it was, and had to do a lot of mental arithmetic or a lot of calculator arithmetic to get all these successive differences to try to come up with what is the next number after negative 58. And this is a bit of a generalization because instead of just starting at 1, 2, 3, the counting of the input starts at negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. But still, the question is, if I put in a 10, what number would come out? What if I put in a 4, what number would come out? So we have to use induction if we don't know the formula for generating these things, and then hopefully we can come up with a formula. So here we have the inputs and the outputs, and we're supposed to guess the next output after negative 58. And the process we've been using is called successive differences. So we're going to use successive differences. So in the gap between these two, I'm going to do this calculation. This one minus the one before it. And then, of course, as I drag this down, it's going to do that same pattern but shift it down all the way. Because there are blanks in here to make these things hidden in a gap. There are some extra zeros in here. I'm just going to delete those. No constant difference yet. So let's do another round. Start with an equals. This one minus this one. And let's drag that down and see. Still not constant. Notice this 0 is a real 0. It's not just a filler. So it has to be in there. That's the 0 that fits in this gap. Still not constant, so let's do another one. Equals this one minus the one before it. Enter. Drag that down. And yeah, it looks like we got a constant difference of 12. Which means this one should be negative 12. And if that one's negative 12, the way you get the next one is you add these two and you get negative 12. You add these two and you get negative 24. You add these two and you get negative 36. And rather than do that math in my head, I'm just going to say equals negative 24 minus 12, which is the same as plus a negative 12. And now I'd add the negative 37 and the negative 36, and I got equals negative 37 minus 36. I've got negative 73, and now I got one more to go here, and that would be negative 58 minus 73. Whoops. And don't forget the equals, otherwise I'm not going to get much out of that. Okay. I'm wondering if there's a format. That's this format painter. Yeah, there we go. It saved me having to do a lot of clicking there. So what this means is, oops, let me back up on that. Escape. What that means is that the input of 4 should get an output of negative 131. That's successive differences. So that is using successive differences. And now if you want to stretch yourself a little bit, we'll look at how you would use that information to try to come up with a polynomial that generates this.